Good morning. I'm pleased to announce this morning that Governor Rell has granted my request to allot $250,000 to support the comprehensive management and operational study of the Bridgeport Board of Education. I would like to thank the superintendent, members of the Board of Ed, Mayor Finch, Senator McKinney, and Paul Tipinelli from the Bridgeport Regional Business Council for being with me this morning, and for standing here with me on this exciting day for the children of the City of Bridgeport and the taxpayers of the state of Connecticut. This money will go to fund the comprehensive management and operational study supported by the Bridgeport Regional Business Council, the City of Bridgeport, and the Bridgeport Board of Education. This plan was born of the superintendent's strategic plan developed shortly after he started, and the Bridgeport Regional Business Council's desire to make education a primary issue for the Business Council. This plan is more than an audit. It will not only audit the finances of our education system, but it will identify broken or outdated practices and make suggestions regarding how to fix them. This process was initiated in 2006 with phases 1 and 2 already well underway. These initial phases primarily look at the city's relationship with the Board of Education. During phases 3 and 4, the city school system will undergo a comprehensive management and operational study. The original plan proposes that the cost of phases 3 and 4 be divided between the business community, the Board of Education, and the city and state of Connecticut. The $250,000 I'm announcing today represents the state's contribution towards phases 3 and 4 of the study. The state's finances are tight. However, I can think of no better use for this money than protecting the $160 million the state invests each year in the Bridgeport school system. The state can no longer sit idly by and not take responsibility for how its money is spent. The taxpayers of the state of Connecticut pay over 80% of the costs of the Bridgeport Board of Education, and state aid to Bridgeport increased by $10 million this year and will increase by an additional $7 million next year. Yet the Board of Education faces one of its most challenging budgets in years. It's time Bridgeport taxpayers and Connecticut taxpayers got definitive answers. I have made obtaining this money my top priority in my short time as a state senator because I believe we need more accountability where our most important asset, our children, are involved. And the people of Connecticut have a right to know that their investment in Bridgeport is a sound one. For too long, education has not been our top priority in Bridgeport. But things are changing. The business community, Superintendent Ramos, and Mayor Finch are working together to make our schools our #1 priority again. However, this study is absolutely essential to helping them undo years of neglect. It's time to put an end to the questions about who is responsible for the state of education in Bridgeport. It is time we returned accountability to our classrooms, City Hall, and our state capitol. To those who believe the Bridgeport school system does not get its fair share of funding from the state of Connecticut or the city of Bridgeport, I say that only after the city school system has submitted to this meaningful operational study and audit will we be able to realize a fundamental shift in the way our schools are supported in town and in the state capitol. We have to help ourselves before we can demand the help of others. We cannot be afraid of the results of this study, this audit. Yes, it's going to find that some practices are out of date and there are some inefficiencies in the system. After we correct these inefficiencies, then we will be able to make a fair and convincing argument to the policymakers in Hartford and the taxpayers throughout our state that Bridgeport needs and deserves a greater public investment in education to fund things like professional training, smaller class sizes, better classroom resources, and greater preschool enrollment. The kinds of investments that are going to make a real difference in our children's lives and our city's future. And let's be clear, this is about our children's future, and ultimately through them, our city's future.
I'm really pleased that Senator Russo and Governor Rell and the Senate and the House and everyone has been able to help us with these really critical symbolic dollars. Thank you, Senator Russo. Thank you, Senator McKinney. Thank you, Board of Bridgeport Regional Business Council, for initiating this. We can do better at all levels of government, and this is a test of, this is going to show that. This is going to show that we can do a better job, whether it's educating children, filling potholes, trimming trees, running parks, but we need the help to do it. And we're glad to submit to greater accountability, which I know is a priority of Senator McKinney's. We welcome the accountability, we welcome the oversight, and we certainly welcome the $250,000 in order to do it on the Board of Ed side. So thank you very much, Senator Russo.
Importantly, what we are seeing here, the leadership and partnership between Senator Russo, Mayor Finch, Superintendent Ramos, and the Bridgeport business community is for the betterment of the City of Bridgeport. There is a new leadership and a new hope for the City of Bridgeport. And the cooperation between local, state government, the private sector is the only way we are going to continue to advance the City of Bridgeport and work on behalf of its children. So I am hoping that this is just the first step in future cooperative ventures. I keep calling him Senator Finch, but Mayor Finch and I were just talking that in order to fight for additional education dollars for Bridgeport, the state and its taxpayers need to know that the money's being well spent. And I am confident that once this audit is done, it will lead to a better day for the City of Bridgeport. And let me just add one last thing. This takes some guts to do. It takes guts for the mayor and the superintendent and the business community and the state senator to say, you know what, we're going to uncover every stone and every rock, and we're going to see what's underneath. We're not going to do it to criticize. We're not going to do it to lay blame. We're going to do it to better and improve the City of Bridgeport, the Board of Education, and ultimately better educate the children of Bridgeport. So I applaud all of you for your partnership. It really is, I think, the first of many partnerships that will happen in the near future. So thank you for letting me be here, and congratulations.
Thank you, Senator McKinney.
But something Senator McKinney said, I think, bears repeating, and that is that this project is all about partnership. Within the city's adopted strategic plan of the Board of Education, the supporting community is a very critical and important element, and the business community took it very seriously. We are part of that supporting community. This initiative is a partnership between the business community, the school board, the city under the leadership of Mayor Finch, and the state of Connecticut now with this $250,000. I do want to recognize that the leadership of the business community is very much committed to this, as represented this morning by Susan Davis, who is the president and CEO of St. Vincent's Health Services, and the co-chairman of the board of the Bridgeport Regional Business Council on 1/3 of that. So we're very excited about this initiative. It will create, in our minds, a brand new school system, and hopefully, when we find those efficiencies and those savings, they will then be pumped back into the classroom to improve outcomes of students, which obviously what this is all about. So thank you.